I have tendonitis, and for many artists this is a big fear. It keeps you from drawing, it's painful, and it lasts annoyingly long. But I'm going to help you make sure that you keep this from happening, and if you already have it, I can help you with the pain so you can keep drawing. I've had tendonitis for almost a year now. It can take from 6 months to 2 years to heal. Sometimes even longer depending on how bad it is, which really sucks. Tendonitis is where the tendon between your muscles and your bones become inflamed. For artists, this usually happens in the thumb, wrist, and elbow. There's some small habits and changes that you can make to help improve and heal tendonitis. These are the ones that have helped me. There's probably a lot more out there. Number 1, drawing with your elbow. This can be really hard to get used to, especially if you draw really small like me, but this can take a lot of strain off of your elbow and your wrists. Number 2, changing how you grip your pencil, or loosening your grip. Being too heavy-handed can not only lead to hand strain, but can also force you into a bad hand position, which inevitably leads into injuries to your hand and arm. Number 3, using pencil grips. Flexing your wrist is usually the cause of tendonitis, so by using pencil grips, it makes your pencil thicker, which will give you a straighter wrist. Number 4, taking breaks. Resting and taking frequent drawing breaks are the most important things that you can do. Even if you don't have tendonitis, it's good to take breaks from drawing to go eat something or go take a walk outside. Number 5, wearing a wrist brace to bed. Even if your pain is in your lower elbow, like mine is, keeping your wrist from moving in your sleep will help it heal. Tendonitis pain kind of feels like burning. Sometimes it can feel sore. It kind of just feels like pain. But if it feels numb or tingly, then it's probably not tendonitis. It could be carpal tunnel, which you should go get that checked out if you think it's carpal tunnel, because that could be really bad. When your arm is in a lot of pain, it's good to take some medicine like ibuprofen to help the swelling go down. You can also ice it and then let your arm warm up on its own. I usually put a heating pad on it. It feels better than the ice and it still helps the swelling go down. It also helps to massage the area. It helps bring blood flow to the area and helps it heal. They do this a lot if you go to physical therapy, which I highly recommend. If you're in a lot of pain and it's limiting how much you can draw, then you should definitely try physical therapy. When I went to physical therapy, they taught me an easy way to massage my elbow. You have this bone right here. 2 fingers down from that bone is where your tendon is, and then just circles in that area. It does feel a little weird sometimes. Sometimes the tendon will flip over the bones, but that's normal. Stretches are really good to help the tendon relax and keep it from freaking out when you're drawing. Once it starts getting swollen, whenever you draw, it will freak out again and think that the world is ending. So stretches help it calm down a little bit so you can continue drawing. So it's good to do stretches before you draw, and try doing them every day if you really want it to help. So the first one, you're going to extend your arm straight out in front of you with your palm flat in front of you. You're going to lightly pull your hand back to your body with your other hand. You don't want to pull too hard because you don't want it to hurt, just enough to get a good stretch. I do this for 20 seconds, and then you're going to point your hand down and do the same thing, gently pulling your hand towards your body, and you're doing this for 20 seconds as well. And then this one, you're going to have your arm straight out with your palm up, and you're going to reach your other hand under and around, grabbing your thumb and gently pulling it down to the ground. This one's really good for stretching not only your arm but also your shoulder and back. In case you have really bad artist back problems, this is good for that also. And then this one's my favorite. It's called an artist stretch. I might be a little biased, but you're going to extend your arm straight out with your palm flat, and you're going to curl your fingers in and have your wrist at like a 90-degree angle like this. And then you're going to slowly bend your elbow and bring your hand into your body. And then you're going to twist your wrist out and then slowly bend your elbow back out, keeping your wrist still bent the whole time. You're going to flatten your hand again. I do this like 5 or 6 times. So these next ones are some hand stretches. You're going to lay your hands flat. You're going to bring your thumb in to the end of your hand and then stretch it back out. And then bring it in to the end of your hand and then stretch it back out. I like this one because I can do it with both hands at the same time. And then you can also stretch your thumb all the way out and then touch your pinky. And then stretch it all the way out and touch your ring finger, etc. If you lay your palm flat, and then you can stretch your fingers up like this. And then same with your thumb, you can bring your hand to the side and stretch your thumb out like this. And then of course you can do some wrist rolling. It's also really good to roll out your wrists and shake out your hands after each stretch. These are just some of the stretches that I use. There's lots more out there. These are more specific to tendonitis in the elbow because that's what I have. So if you have something else, you can find lots of other stretches and lots of other sources online. So just find which ones that work best for you. Exercising your hand is a really important part to healing tendonitis, and not a lot of people talk about it. It helps you build strength in that arm so that you can continue drawing with no further problems. And once again, these are just the ones that I like to do. So this first one you can do with a stress ball or like a rolled up towel if you don't have a stress ball or just something firm that you can squeeze. And you're going to straighten your arm to your side. You're going to squeeze the ball or the towel 20 times. And then you're going to bend your elbow and you're going to have your arm at a 90-degree angle and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to squeeze the ball or the towel 20 times. And then this one you can use a hair tie or a rubber band, but it's the same thing. You're going to extend your arm straight and you're going to stretch your fingers out. This one's a little hard because the hair tie can slip sometimes, but you're going to stretch it 20 times. You're going to bend your arm at a 90-degree angle and do it 20 more times. The last one I do is push-ups. You can do wall push-ups or knee push-ups or normal push-ups, whichever you can do the easiest. And you're going to do 20 of those. I usually do 10 and then take a break and then I do 10 more. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, I might not be the best person to ask. Maybe ask a professional and not me because I'm not a professional. But feel free to ask me any questions in the comments that I might be able to answer. But yeah, if you're really concerned about tendonitis, please go see a professional.